Benvenuto! Welcome to Cherry Hill Home Cooking. My name is Mark. Today we're going to make another one of my childhood favorites, chicken a la king. Now, childhood going back into the 1970s, but I think chicken a la king has been around for a long, long time. It's one of those recipes that have just kind of evolved and, lots of different recipes. I'm going to make you basically what was my mother's recipe. So I'm going to try to keep it as close to that as possible. All right, so first thing we need is I've got about 1.5 pounds, close to about 2 cups of chicken breasts that I have cubed up, okay, into bite-sized pieces. All right, before we go on to the rest, we're going to get that in the pot because that's going to cook. So a couple tablespoons of olive oil. And we'll get that in there. Of course, you're going to need some salt and pepper, which I have not salt and peppered these. So, and we want to cook these, and we want to cook them through, and that so they get some nice color on them. All right, we'll give it a little bit of salt and pepper, add some flavor to it. And a couple good pinches of salt. Of course, I'll have the full recipe for you guys, where to put it in the description. All right, so like I said, we just want to get that cooking. Okay, so of course, chicken is our main ingredient. Now, this recipe will easily feed 4, I would say. Your friends and family are going to love this, so I double it. But I'm not going to double it today like I usually do, just because we have lots of leftovers for the weekend. All right, so while we're letting that cook off a little bit, so then we're going to make a nice cream sauce with this, all right? So for our cream sauce, we're going to need some butter and some flour to make a roux, and you need some whole milk. You could use light cream. You could even use heavy cream, depending upon how decadent you want to make it, all right? But I'm going to use whole milk. I've got some chicken broth, all right? Now, lots of different recipes out there call for peppers, green peppers or red peppers. My mom always used roasted pimento, all right, which is just red pepper, right, roasted. So that's what I'm gonna use in this recipe. Now, I've got some little white mushrooms, all right, that I've taken the stem out of. I'm sorry, I should have did that, but anyway. And then you just take a paper. Don't run them under the water or anything. Take a paper towel and brush off if there's, I've already done this, but if there's any dirt on them, there's probably not going to be. All right, now, mushrooms is not my favorite thing in the whole world, so I'm going to use less than is in the recipe. So then you just want to slice them up. Then, it's one of those things that you need the mushroom in there to give it that mushroomly, you know what I mean, flavor. All right, so again, this is it's a simple and quick recipe, really. The most difficult part is frying up your chicken. All right, so we talked about the milk and the broth. Then I got a half of cup of frozen peas here, and I've got a half a cup of shredded carrots. I bought those, they're already in the package shredded. You can either chop them really thin or shred them on a shredder. My mother probably wouldn't have used the Better Than Bouillon. She probably would have just used chicken bouillon. I'm going to use some vegetable Better Than Bouillon, probably about a teaspoon or so. Now, the other thing is, as growing up, we always had it on toast. So that's what we're going to do. And besides, we love anything on toast. Wade he'll put a link to our baked beans, because Wade loves baked beans on toast, which is a really English thing. And just because we watch so much TV for many years, English TV for many years, they talked about beans on toast. So we tried it once and we loved it, and it works great with canned beans too. There was one of the recipes that I thought of on there. Also what we enjoy on toast is chipped beef on toast, or SOS. Wade can put a link in there. I know we have a video of that, so he'll put a link in the description too, in case you want to check that out if you haven't already done so. Now, you can have it over rice. You can have it over noodles, egg noodles. whatever you prefer, but we like it on toast. All right, so we already put a little bit of salt in there. We're going to need a little bit more salt and pepper when we're finishing up. But believe it or not, that's it. I'm going to let my chicken cook up, and we'll be back. All right, guys, you can see we got our chicken nicely browned and cooked through. All right, I'm cooking it on high, so for our next step, I'm going to put it back down to medium. All right, so we're going to remove our chicken into a bowl or a plate for the next step. Be quiet. I'm trying to save that little bit of oil in there. Is that annoying you guys? It is me. Look at that beautifully browned chicken. Doesn't that look good? Alright, this is a non-stick pan, so I think we got enough oil in there for our next step. Oh, sorry guys, I forgot. Need a little bit of onion too. This is red onion. You can use whatever onion you want. I've just chopped it up into dices. Alright, so our next step is going to be to add our carrots in. Get those just starting to get a little tender. And get the onions in there. So for this recipe, I would say you're probably going to do about a half a teaspoon of salt of this is kosher salt, and half a teaspoon of pepper. Again, the salt and pepper is to taste. This has got, it's salty already, so I'm not going to add all that much more salt. You just want to let that saute a bit. Start to get, just soften it up a little bit. Our peas and our pimentos will go in last. Those are already cooked, of course. Or, yeah, the peas are cooked. They're frozen though, but it smells so good, huh? Yeah, we'll put our mushrooms in. I think we do need just a tad bit more oil. And increase the heat a bit. And this is going to continue. It will cook a little bit more once we add the, it's going to warm through with the cream sauce. So, but we want to get these all kind of separated. And our mushrooms start to release some of their liquid and they'll get soft. Well, depending on when you watch this, of course, I always forget. Hopefully someone will be watching this in 5 years. But last weekend it was Memorial Day weekend, right? Or Memorial Weekend. So we didn't do a video last week because we were really, really busy. We opened our pool. For those of you that have watched us, you might know that when we bought this house, it's got an in-ground pool, but it hadn't been open for many, many years. So it really needed to be all done over. So it took us 5 years, but we finally saved up the money to get the pool completely done, which the line had to be changed, the surface of that goes underneath that had to be redone. Anyway, so that was late September of last year. So we really only got a couple weeks, if that, of time to enjoy it. So all winter, we've been looking out there thinking, just think we're going to open the pool. And we did on last Saturday. And I'll have to say, Wade has been working his butt out there, getting it ready. And it is just about what did you call it, swim ready, or pool's open season. But now we just need a little bit more warmer weather. All right, so that's just about where we want it, guys. Like I said, we're just starting to get a little bit soft. All right, and we're gonna add our stick of butter, which is a half a cup. Again, I said this was delicious, not low fat. Of course, if I had, I'm not gonna chance, if I had cut it up better, it would have melted faster, but. All right, so that this video doesn't end up being 2 hours long, I'll be back when the butter is melted. All right, guys, our butter's all nicely melted. So we got our half a cup of flour. Oop. And we're gonna, like always when you're making a roux, we're just gonna get this all incorporated. Really just takes a couple minutes. We don't want to darken this necessarily. You know, as if we were making a dark roux. But we want to give it a minute or so. I'm on medium-high heat. So once it's all nicely incorporated in there, you should start to smell that butter floury smell. You want to cook off the flour taste. That's what we're doing this for, guys. And I think that's looking good. All right, now I've got my milk and my chicken stock all, you know, in one. But we can start to incorporate it. For some reason, yeah, I don't know, lately it seems like every utensil I'm using has got a problem. This pan doesn't fit, it's got a little warp to it, so of course that's why it's going around on me. And I'm going to push it all in there. Make a mess. That's all right. I'm going to turn this up to high. And as we're incorporating this, it's going to thicken up. That's because Wade won't let me spend $50,000 and redo the kitchen. And I could have a cooktop over here, and even though I do like my kitchen, I would like to make a few changes to it. But if you guys all watch our videos, maybe we'll. I don't know. I mentioned we got. What is it called? We got super thanks. Well, we got a super thanks from. Oh, that's terrible. Now I can't think of. I can't think of the. Anyway, but we got monetized, so we finally have enough. Subscribers but so far we haven't made a penny. Well, no, we got a super fan that made a donation. Thank you so much. It was just so thrilling to actually say, hey. But if you guys keep watching and subscribing, I can get a new kitchen. Yeah, Wade is just chuckling back there. All right, you can see, look at that, guys. We've started to thicken up. Oh, that's going to be nice. All right, we can throw our pimentos in there. I love the taste of smoked, or these are roasted pimentos. Let us know, you guys, if you use them. Sometimes you can use them on a sandwich, any kind of stuff. All right, I got to turn that down. Throw our peas in. We're basically done, guys. We just got to put our chicken in and then let it heat through a bit. See how easy that was? And up in our neck of the country here, it's been kind of a rainy, dreary day. So this is going to be nice and warm and comforting. Look at that.
That looks good.
Doesn't that look good? All right, so that's all there is to it. Like I said, you want to let that heat through. Turn it down on the low. And just let your peas heat through. And then it's dinner time. There we go. Look at that. I think that looks beautiful. All right, we'll see you guys at dinner. See, guys, I was so excited, I forgot to add our little, so I'm going to say about a teaspoon of our either huge bouillon or this, like I said, this happens to be the bouillon paste. And I'm going to just stir it all in. All right, once again, see you at dinner. All right, guys, we're back, and it's dinner time. Yay!
Yep.
Hey. All right, so, like I said, guys, we're having this on toast, rice, noodles. It's even delicious itself.
That looks
You can get
so
really
good.
fancy and do like biscuits or something like that. But anyway, yes, I'm sorry, you were saying?
No,
Yep. All right.
so it looks good.
Let's dig in. I got some nice, well-toasted toast. It's taking a long time. Maybe we should have cut it before. I'll let you go first.
Why?
Just in case.
That's so good. That's delicious. It's good.
Yummy. I mean, it's a lot like chicken pot pie, really. I mean, you could actually, I've never done that, but you could use that recipe for the chicken and everything, just, and put it in a chicken pot pie. But anyway, this is chicken a la king, something that I enjoyed as a kid, and I hope you guys do too.
That is really good. Hope you guys will try it out. Thank you for watching our video. Please remember to like and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.
Ciao.
Bye. Wow, that's so good.
Yep.